the year at Coburg, you know, and really I was disappointed we weren't there at the grand final. It was just a wonderful day.
Well, someone who remembers it well, a mad Parahan supporter, Herald Sun columnist John Anderson. John, welcome. Thanks for being with us this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bev.
What do you remember about that afternoon? Pretty special.
I remember going to Maryvale and Mr John during the week to buy a new pair of flares. Remember that place?
Are you prepared to tell us what colour they were?
Oh, they were pretty disgusting, sort of a pastel of some description, I would imagine.
Pastel green.
Walked in the ground, bright sunshine, strong wind, favouring the city end.
Yes.
We bought, I think in those days you actually used to get bottles of beer.
Yes.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? You drank from bottles at the
in the brown paper bag too.
That's it. Yeah. And set up on the terraces, away from the grandstand side, with the sun in our eyes, but we were still able to see all the action. There was plenty of action, as we're about to see.
Yeah. It was footy in a different sort of era, wasn't it? As you say, standing around in groups. It wasn't the sort of take your seat and stay there for the afternoon.
As Phil would well recall, on that particular Parahan side, you had a couple of genuine stars. One in Sam Kekovich, who'd come from the VFL.
Yes.
Another in Wayne Johnston, who was about to go to the VFL and play, you know, premiership in his first year, the next year with Carlton. And he was just he kicked 74 goals from a half-foot flank that year for Parahan. We had a long-haired full forward called Kim Smith.
Well, Kim Smith, what a legend. He was like a matchstick, and it's funny, you look back at those players, John, in the 70s, and you think about steroids, and I mean, what's been going on with footballers in the 90s? I mean, the difference in the male physique is unbelievable, Bev.
Yeah, Kim Smith would have weighed about 11.5 stone, quite seriously. The beauty of Parahan that year, Bev, we had our... Sir Ribbert Steele was our #1 ticket holder.
Oh, yes.
So the Knight, a lovely man, Sir Ribbert Steele.
He was.
Our coach was Mick Irwin. Wide lapels, flares, groovy hairstyle, and just a very interesting character. His speeches were worth hearing. You would have heard him.
Well, yeah, and it was the racing fraternity was so associated with Parahan. You know, punting was big, Bev, on the VFA in those days because they went to the races on Saturday.
A lot of bookmakers barracked for Parahan. I think Alf Blaney was one.
Yes.
Sid Hill, another. Bill Dane was the president that year. He was the town clerk, I think, or Lord Mayor.
Put us in. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights from the third quarter. What can we expect?
A lot of goals from Parahan. I think they went in at half-time. Scores are very close. Maybe Preston by about 10 points. Parahan did have the win in the third quarter, so they needed to kick a lot.
Okay.
And they did.
Okay.
And I yelled out for every one of them, Phil.
There's a few blues, Johnny.
Yeah, I think Kecker and big Harold Martin, who was the captain coach of Preston.
Yes.
And a fine gentleman off the footy field, but a real white line fever man.
Danger field.
Let's take a look right now.
A great display by the girls and also by the bands here today as the umpires are coming back out onto the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, would you put your hands together for a magnificent display then by not only the marching girls but also from the Victorian Highland Pipe Band Association. Thank you all. There it is, and we'll just repeat the scores here at half-time. Preston 10 goals, 11, 71. Leading Parahan 9 goals, 7, a total of 61. Green on the half-forward line with Parahan looking a bit good at the moment as they get the ball up to the forward zone. Green, the half-forward line. Look at this for a roost. A magnificent kick right towards centre forward. Kekovich in there. Fails to take the mark. It's pushed out to the pack. A kick over the shoulder. High in the air, and who kicked that? D'Angelo was the player who kicked it. It's a goal. Now McGuinness from centre half-back comes in. Gets it on its way towards the half-forward line. Players settling under the ball. Kekovich goes up, and he's taken a strong mark. Well, this is the guy they need firing, Parahan. Kekovich marking at centre half-forward, and quite easily kick a goal from here. 67-71 in Preston's favour, but he's got it offline. It's gone through for 1 point. And Ringham now is sending it towards the centre forward zone, but Gonzalez is not there. It bounces wide. Who can get it? Marks has got it. He runs back through players. He's kicking it over the shoulder. He's put it through. Goal. A goal to Preston. They go to 11-11. Parahan 10-9. That was his second. Austin now right near the centre wing. There's his kick, a beautiful kick with a breeze right into the full forward zone. Little Taylor's down there somewhere, and so is Johnson. The Preston defence smothering the ball at the moment. There's Johnson now. Goes one way, back onto his right foot. Hooks it back over his head. Great goal. A goal to Parahan. That's his second. They're 75, and Preston 77. And there it goes. The ball up right near the Parahan goal. Knocked down by Harold Martin. A shot in towards goal by Dwyer, and the mark has been taken by Kim Smith. Well, that must have been just 10 metres and no more. Line, watch his kick. Magnificent kick by Kekovic. What a kick. Offline, that's the second long kick from there for 2 points. Kim Smith is up. The ball to the ground taken by King. He gets a short kick at it. Preston smothering the ball here at the moment in defence. It's right near the Parahan goal. And the umpire indicating around the neck. And a free kick to Parahan.
Right, let's see what happens here. Kim Smith lining them up pretty deliberately, very close to goal. He's kicked 3 so far. Puts it on its way. The goal umpire doesn't move. And that takes Parahan on to 13-10 with Preston 11-11. John King, the half-back flanker of Preston, up near the centre wing. He plays it with a bad kick off the side of the boot, but Harold Martin coming in, and Martin has pulled in the big one. Look at this, a lot of niggling going on. And the umpire might take it away from him. And the umpire's reported Martin. Gary Chapman saying his little bit down there too. And Martin remonstrating with umpire Wen, and he's been pulled back. Should know better than this. And there it goes, the runner's out there to cool his captain and coach down. As it goes through now, what's going to happen here? Oh, McConnell missed the run of the ball. Pick up by Taylor, who goes for the shot, but it's offline and through in the left forward pocket. Austin's grab, gets the hand pass in across towards Ray once again. Ray down towards the forward zone, the bounce is beating players, but it'll dribble along. No, Taylor gets the hand pass back to Kim Smith, who puts it into the goal square, and Clean has put it through for another one. So Parahan go to 14-10, Preston 11-11. Oh, gee, the pressure's on Preston at the moment, particularly their back line. They've got both Marshall and Marks up on the ball, Preston, but it comes back into play once again. He's picked the 3 out, and it will go Parahan's way. Preston starting to get a bit rattled. They're giving away frees at dangerous areas. Sam Kekovic has the free, deep in the right forward pocket.
He'll put the ball in the lake from there.
He's kicked 2 points so far. He comes in now, guides it on its way, and it's through all right. Another goal up to Parahan, and they move on to 15 goals, 10 to Preston's 11-11.
Pepe right in the centre of the ground. An opportunity to put Parahan into attack once again. There's his kick, a long kick with the wind behind him into the full forward zone. Kim Smith is in there, knocked away by Walsh. Opportunity for Johnson. Johnson into an open goal, and Parahan goes further ahead. Into the full forward zone. Kim Smith is there. Over behind the pack, it's Johnson. It's hit the behind post. It's out of bounds. Well, the picture tells the story. The goal umpire might lose his hat in a minute.
It's on down here. Look at them go in here very hard.
Well, it's on now.
Players are coming from all over the field at the moment. Umpires having a very difficult job there at the moment.
Big Sam almost had his head pulled off by Rojo.
Before all that started, it was a free kick to Preston with the ball going out on the full. He's going to throw it in now, it looks like.
Right, in comes the ball. Up there, over the top is Preen. Takes it out of the air. Gets it towards Kim Smith. Pushed to the back. And we'll get the free kick. Parahan on top of the moment. There's his kick. 5 goals to Kim Smith. Parahan 17-10. Preston 11-11.
It goes out towards Austin now, and Austin doing it easily. Up towards the forward zone. Kim Smith comes out. They missed the run of the ball, but it goes straight through to Lex Dwyer. Pretty accurate kick, all in this quarter. And the goal umpire moving across slightly, but I think he'll give it a go. Yes, another one up to Parahan, and they move on to 18 goals, 10, with Preston 11-11. Look at the Parahan coach there. Now Cam kicks it wide towards the flank position. Gonzalez is there, knocked away from him, picked up by Wilmot. No, he doesn't pick it up. Now he falls over the ball. Why is there a free kick there?
He fell over, I thought, Don.
He fell over himself. Well, here's Wilmot with an opportunity to get Preston going again. If he can kick a goal from here, not a very acute angle, but it's a pretty good kick. Yes, he's put it through for full points for Preston. They're 12-12, 84. They're trailing Parahan, 18-11, 119, and that goal kicked by Wilmot. Back on his feet again. Marks hooks it back to the full forward zone. Up goes McGuinness. Oh, a chance here. Wilmot. Goal to Preston. But he's too far out from goal with the way the wind is blowing. Look at the price out here. Then there's a blue one.
Gonzalez and Anderson.
Gonzalez and Anderson. Gonzalez stayed down on the ground the required time. Now Anderson looks as though he may have had his number taken. So there's a few reports coming out of this one today. And the umpire trying to separate a couple of them down there. And what will he do now? Marks is just standing back here with the ball. He's got to have his kick, of course. And it's on again. Look at them into it now. That's Harold Martin facing it. It's really shaping up. Frustration. And I'm just watching Marks back here, creeping right across the field to get a better angle on the goal. And his opponent, Dwyer, is going across with him. Well, I don't know what umpire. There's another slap, and they're into it again. And the umpire's getting into it again to break it up. And McGuinness is being taken off the ground, I think, by his runner. No, he's decided he's going to stay on. I don't think he's been taken off. He might have just been walked away. And it's a free kick to Gonzalez downfield. That was after the incident that started the whole thing. So Gonzalez...
More melees reported out of that grand final than anything I've ever seen. Was it fighting or football?
Oh, God. Well, Margaret Lindley was just saying, wasn't she, in the Barassi lecture, you know, we need to bring some tough stuff back to footy. Margaret, I would faint if that was happening in football today, but, gee, John, boy.
Phil, those were the days. No doubt about that. When that game started, Bev, I think a lot of people thought that Preston may be a bit too physical for Parahan. But Parahan had Ian McGuinness, who could box.
Yeah.
Gary Chapman, who had those eyes that just stared.
The Trevor
Sam
Price
Kickovich.
eyes, yeah.
Lou Pep, the big ruckman. They're very tough side too.
But what about that Grant Wilmot? People would have noticed number 7, he was an amateur boxer too, and couldn't he throw them, John?
Well, he dropped one of the players in front of the umpire. I think John Preen.
Yeah.
No free kick.
No, that was Rex Wynn, the umpire. I had my arm broken in a game with Rex Wynn. No free kick either, 3 years earlier.
You've
so
got good memories
about Rex Wynn.
Good memories of Rex.
Yeah,
does this action keep up for the final quarter that we're going to look at now?
The third quarter, I think, was the most fiery. Phil, is that right?
That's it. I think they settled down. You're back to footy, Bev.
Oh, what a pity.
John, thank you so much for coming in and reminiscing with us. I know it was a special day for you, and it lives in a lot of other people's memories as well.
I look forward to tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
Good. It'll be a big game, John.
Let's take a look now at the fourth quarter in that 1978 grand final.
Okay, now let's get back underway for the final quarter, and here we go. A big knockout then by Pepe from the ruck position. He gets it wide of the pack, but a pick up this time by Rennick. Rennick of Preston up towards the half-forward line. Lorenzini held, and Lorenzini will get the free. I'll tell you what, if Preston can score a quick goal, they're back in the game. Well, they're going to find it difficult, although this has been the scoring end for both teams so far. There's the kick from Lorenzini, right down to the forward zone. Gonzalez comes out. Anderson it was who comes in to take a strong mark in defence. So Anderson now will play it towards the outer side of the ground, to the half-back line. Pram supporters are getting a little bit disappointed, I think, at this stage. No one can mark it, and the umpire has decided to come in and ball it up. I gee, it's 4:45. It'll be after 5:15 before the match finishes here today. We'll have both cameras, well, 2 cameras in both dressing rooms. Ted Henry's to the Preston room, and it'll be Eddie Mealy into the Parahan rooms. There's Martin getting it out of the pack. Marks tried to break away, lost possession of the ball altogether. A hand pass comes out to Marks. Down he goes. The umpire watching it very closely. He's indicated that he'll come in and ball it up again. Players getting a bit over anxious, but I think at this stage they've decided to play football as umpire Rex Wen gets ready for the bounce. And there it goes, up they go, and Rennick getting a big knockout from the ruck. It's a kick this time by Can. He's put it on its way, and he's put it through for a goal. It's on the Dunlop All-Stars scoreboard. Preston 14-12, Parahan 18-12. 96 to 120, 4 goals the difference. Rennick's up in the ruck against Pepe. Martin's decided to stay out of there for a while. Rennick gets the knockout from the ruck, and it comes down towards his skipper, Martin. Martin gets the hand pass to McConnell. McConnell bangs it up towards the full forward position, and a good strong mark by Foley. Foley of Parahan now will defend, gets around his opponent, bangs it in towards the centre. In comes Pepe and Rennick takes the strong mark. He's held and will be forced to go back and take the kick. Tell you what, if Preston get a goal here, they'll make it pretty interesting. There it goes on its way. The big fellows want it down here. No one able to take it, and it's punched wide out to the boundary line, over and out. 3 minutes into the final quarter. 4 goals the difference. And it comes once again. Martin gets it on the throw-in. Taken by Marks. Marks has his kick smothered. And this is the chance for Parahan to get it away. Moving in on the ball is Ray. Ray tries to gain possession. Goes to the hand pass. And it's away as it comes through in the direction of Taylor. Taylor then pushes it down to the ground. And here they go as Jeffries gets it. He puts it high in the air towards the half-forward line. And the umpire will pay the mark to Dwyer. Durwood has faded out of the game since half-time. Tried to get it down to the ground. Well, now, Parahan keeping their forward line wide open as it goes up towards the half-forward line. 3 Preston players go in and spoil one another. It'll end up a ball up, I'd say. The umpire was about to blow the whistle. Comes out to Kekovic. Kekovic has his kick smothered. And Ringen racing after it. And also Marshall's going in there. Marshall's offloaded. Pepe now, who fought on a fortnight ago, gets the ball. Dropping the ball, and the umpire gives the free kick to Pepe. Pepe now plays it out in the direction of Johnson. Johnson gets wide away from Priest to take the mark. He holds the ball a fair while, but there's Austin in there. Clark comes in as well. He dribbles it off the ground and forced in towards the forward pocket. Down goes Clark, and the umpire, I think, will give a free kick. I tell you what, the umpire's dragging that leg a bit too, Ted.
Yes, he's limping a lot out there. Just wanting if he'll last the game out, and if it's impeding his running at all, he should bring on the emergency umpire.
I tell you what, if Clark gets a goal here, this is the end of it. As he goes back, and he's on a reasonable angle too. No, the umpires bring him around. He's kicked one so far. As we have Preston 14-12, 96, Parahan 18-12, 120. And he comes now, puts it on its way. Goal umpire watch, I think it's a point. 1 point only, so Parahan go to 18-13, which could be a very handy shot to Preston's 14-12. 5 minutes into the final quarter, Don Hyde.
But Preston have the breeze in the last quarter, and they've got every opportunity to win if they're good enough. The ball back upfield again towards Rennick. Pepe knocks it away from him. Rennick gets possession, kicks it high into the air, in towards the centre of the ground. Up is Dwyer. The ball knocked away by Durwood. 5 points early in the last quarter. Pepe in the ruck against Rennick. Pepe knocks the ball down, looking for Stephen Ray. He can't get it. Picked up by Harold Martin. Martin, the captain and coach of Preston, kicks it to the full forward zone, and the mark taken by Lorenzini. Lorenzini, right in front of goal, and he's about 40 metres out, directly in front. He's already kicked one goal. A goal here will bring the stand down, I tell you. Preston needing a goal here if they're going to have any chance of winning this game. There's Lorenzini's kick and scored. A goal to Preston, 15-12, 102 to 18-13, 121.
So McConnell from the half-back line for Preston at the 10.5-minute mark into the final quarter. There goes the kick on its way, and the umpire giving a free kick against Martin to McGuinness. And McGuinness now sends his kick towards centre-half forward. It's forced down to the ground. Comes out to Durwood. Durwood taps it on, but it's tapped back beautifully by Austin. Back through towards Johnson. Johnson brought down to the ground. But a pick up here by Bulger. Bulger around the flank position. And moving in is Rennick to take the mark in defence. So Rennick now goes for his kick into the centre of the ground. Marks comes in. Tried to mark it, couldn't do so. And this allows Parahan back into it again through Clark. Clark goes for the hand pass to Pepe. Pepe gets it back here towards Ray. And Ray with a high kick towards the forward zone. This is a try mark for sure. And that'll be it. Right, Eddie Mealy's got a report too on Preen. What's the report, Eddie?
Yes, Phil, I'm in the room here with John Preen. He's torn a thigh muscle, so he doesn't look like coming back on. Bad luck for Parahan.
Right, thanks, Eddie. You stay there because we'll have a camera in there in a moment. And here's the kick for goal by Smith. He's kicked 5, he's now kicked 6. And that takes Parahan to 19-14, Preston 15-12. There's 12 and a half minutes of play gone in the final quarter. And Parahan are right on top. It looks as though they'll go right away with the game. As Dwyer gets it now from the centre. They're getting it away from the centre well. Players unable to mark the ball, and coming through here is Bulger. Bulger gets it around the flank position. Wilmot comes into it, but they're fumbling and missing now, Preston, as it goes over the line and out of bounds. Look at the Preston supporters, the Bullheads, urging their players on, but I think to no avail now with 13 minutes of play gone in the final quarter. I can't see Preston lifting all that well as it comes to Martin. Martin gets it out to Wilmot. Wilmot bangs it up towards the half-forward line. Up they go. Punch down towards the ground. And who's coming through here? A hand pass by Ringen. Out towards Marks. Marks gets it towards McConnell. McConnell goes for a hand pass to Gonzalez. He turns around and he's put through. So Preston go to 16-12. Parahan 19-14. On the bounce here, it comes up towards McGuinness. McGuinness leading Martin in the race for the ball. And Martin in frustration puts him down. It comes up towards the half-forward line. Punched away out towards the boundary. Coming through there was Dwyer. Grabbed pretty high. And the umpire blew the whistle. No, the umpire came down, blew the whistle, indicated there was a free, and then decided to let it go and let it be a throw-in. Sam Kekovich going up in the ruck. It comes down wide. Durwood gets the ball. Durwood now goes for a long hand pass. Gets it to McConnell. McConnell now can get it over towards Marshall. And look where he's put it. Out on the full. Out on the full.
Right, 18 minutes gone in the last quarter. Up goes Rennick to try and knock the ball away. It comes out of the pack towards Town, but the whistle's gone, and umpire Rex Winner's going to bounce it up again. It's on the Preston half-forward line. Up is Harold Martin, but Pepe knocks the ball away, and is kicked away by McGuinness. A good player for Parahan all day. Taken down here by Bulger. Bulger loses the run of the ball. Picked up by Rojo, caught with the ball, has to get rid of it quickly. It's a desperate grand final here. Taken by Dwyer, a very good player since he came on in the second quarter. Dwyer kicks it down towards Kim Smith. Knocked away from him by Walsh. Walsh now recovers well to pick it up from the full-back position, or half-back rather, and kick it down towards the half-forward by Marks. Drops an easy mark. Preston fumbling badly. The ball is picked up by Wayne Johnson. Johnson kicks it down to the Parahan half-forward line. An opportunity here for Walsh. Walsh now plays the ball in front of him and clears it away from Kim Smith. Kicks the ball back to the centre, over the head of Pepe. It's down here towards McGuinness again. What a great player McGuinness has been. Down towards the half-forward line, but straight into the hands of Bulger. And Bulger of Preston has the mark at centre half-back. The margin 20 points in favour of Parahan. Down towards Wilmot. Wilmot couldn't hold the mark there, as you could see. Over the top of the ball, Dwyer. Dwyer's pulled by the ankle, and Dwyer will take the free kick. In the final quarter, we check the time. 18 minutes gone, and on the scoreboard, 20 points the difference. Parahan leading in the 1978 VFA Grand Final. Dwyer taking his time. Parahan about to bring the ball down the ground again. Onto the Parahan half-forward line. The Parahan mark taken by Pepe. Lou Pepe on the centre half-forward position. Now Pepe comes in to get his kick. A big kick down towards the full forward zone. Kim Smith is in behind. Flies over the top. Can't pull the mark in. Austin bounces the ball once. Slams it in towards goal. And Parahan ripped the grand final up as they lead by 26 points. 19 minutes gone in the last quarter of the grand final, and it's a 26-point lead to the Parahan side after that great last goal they just kicked. And now it's on the Preston half-forward line. Preston fighting hard to try and pull this game out of the fire. Picked up by Ringen. Ringen a hand pass to Marks. Marks on the half-forward line. A hand pass across here to Lorenzini. Lorenzini back to Ringen again. Ringen caught with the ball. The umpire allows play to go on, and it's taken over the line by Rob Anderson, number 32 in the picture, and out of bounds it goes. A desperate forward thrust there by Preston in a vain endeavour to goal. 108 to 134. There's Harold Martin. Takes the ball out of the pack. Gives it across to Ringen. Ringen shoots it in. 1 point. When a goal was what Preston needed. Well, minutes ticking away here for the Preston side. We're getting very close to the 20-minute mark in the last quarter. And Parahan lead, 134 to Preston, 109. It's been a great grand final. Still is. Up to the half-back line, and Pepe has lifted his game in the second half, and that's one of the reasons why Parahan have taken the lead in this game with his great play on the ruck. He gets it down towards the centre wing. Up is Dwyer, and Wayne Johnson, no one able to get the mark. Taken here by Wayne Johnson. Johnson now plays it down to the half-forward line. An opportunity down here for Walsh. Walsh picks it up in defence for Preston. Kicks the ball back towards the centre wing on the outer side. An opportunity for Austin. Austin gets possession. He's been a great player in this game for Parahan. He plays it down to the half-forward line. And looking down there for Kelly, but a mark taken by Bolger. Bolger gets it back onto the Preston half-forward line. A push in the back there, and a free kick will go Parahan's way. On the scoreboard, it's Parahan 2014, 134, leading Preston 16-13, 109, and we're 20 and a half minutes into the last quarter. Here's Philip Gibbs.
OK, Don, and let's see what's happening now. From the half-back line, the ball comes up towards the centre of the ground. Up they fly, and the big man is Rojo to pull in the mark. But Preston fighting a vain effort, I'd say, at the 21-minute mark. There it is, return to centre half forward. Pepe was the player to come in and pull in the mark. So Pepe. Or is it McGuinness? McGuinness, who's played a fine game today for the Parahan side. A very strong game as he's taken his 18th kick. Plays it towards the wing on the outer side of the ground. And the Preston players starting to look pretty tired on it. And the mark has been paid to Rennick on the outer side of the ground. So Rennick now comes in for his kick, plays it towards that half-forward line. Up comes Lorenzini, and Lorenzini's held it. A long way out from goal on the right half-forward flank. Scores are reading, Parahan 2014, Preston 16-13 on the Dunlop All-Stars scoreboard. We have Brian Sleeman up here with us too to present the keys for the Ford Falcon. Right after the match as the ball goes on its way towards the centre-forward zone, a juggling one, and the umpire will pay the mark down here to Can. So Can, right in front of goal, should be able to score, but time running out. He's kicked 3 so far. Lorenzini's coming off for Preston. On the far side of the ground, there's the kick on its way. It's a goal, and Preston go to 17-13, Parahan 2014. Right, and back here once again. The ball bounced in the centre, tapped over the head there. Marks with good play to Marshall. Marshall then pushed it up here towards King. King goes for the long kick downfield. And what's happening here? It's gone over. I think that could be a free. A push in the back, and quite right. No, Ted. That to me was a definite push in the back. And I don't know whether we've got a replay of it able to come up. Here's the replay coming up, and you have a look at that. Bang, straight in the back. No way known. Hard luck, Ted. All right, Anderson now with his kick towards the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. And the mark has been taken again by McGuinness. Well, McGuinness now coming in from the half-back line, plays it to the wing on the outer side of the ground. Time running out at the 23.5-minute mark. It's forced over the line and out of bounds. We remind you also that we will be presenting the Minties Award of $1,000, or announcing it today. And the winner will be showing you some of those who participated in the final. The final has been judged, and we have Mr. Ken Brown of Browntree Hoadley here to announce that winner a little later on after the scenes in the dressing rooms today. There's the hand pass coming across here to Austin. Austin coming from the centre of the ground up towards Kim Smith. Smith goes up, tried to double back on the ball, but it's a kick this time by Kelly. Kelly towards centre forward, and it's Priest coming into it now. Priest will play it towards the half-back line on the stand side of the ground. Ball eluding Ringham, and coming through now is Thornton. Thornton lines them up, it's on its way. And it's 1 point only. So Parahan to 20 goals, 15, 135. Preston 17, 13, 115. 24 and a half minutes. Can you put that over? Righto, now we're just waiting on the kick here to be taken from Walsh. Walsh towards the centre of the ground, and the chance now for Marshall to bear in on the ball. Marshall with the long kick down towards the big fellow, and Gonzalez comes out to take the mark. Well, Gonzalez has taken the big one, and we're about to come into time on. Right, Ted's about to move down to the Preston dressing room. Eddie Milo will be in the dressing rooms of Parahan, and we'll be taking you over to those rooms straight after the match. Gonzalez has kicked 3. Lines them up pretty deliberately, kicking towards that scoreboard end. He's hooked it, I think. Goal umpire watches it closely, and 1 point only the result. So Preston to 17-14, 116. Parahan 20-15, 135. Into time on. Here's Don Hyde.
OK, Phil, waiting for the ball to be put back into play again from that last line of defence. 135 to 116. Parahan leading as we move into the time-on period, and this the last quarter. Waiting for the ball to be put back into play again by Kerry Foley, the full-back position. Kerry Foley has been a pretty good full-back in the game today. Right, there's the ball kicked away by Kerry Foley up towards the half-back line. Opportunity for Pepe. The ball knocked away for him. Picked up by Marks. Marks gets a handball going across here. It eventually comes across to McConnell. McConnell's kick is smothered by Chapman, and the ball is out of bounds on the half-forward line for the Preston side. 135 plays 116. Time on being played in the grand final, and Parahan in front. Preston desperately trying to get back into the game. The ball into the full forward zone. Opportunity here, and touch through for 1 point. 1 point it is to Preston. Right, the ball back in play again, and upfield the mark is taken by Stephen Ray. Ray now kicks the ball downfield towards Wayne Johnson. Johnson now putting the ball into an attacking position for Parahan down to the half-forward line. Kim Smith has marked it at centre half-forward for Parahan. Kim Smith has kicked 6 goals today. Watch it on the CUB slow-mo replay. Kim Smith getting the front position in front of Walsh, and a pretty good mark. Right, 6 goals he's kicked. He's kicking from about 45 metres out, directly in front. At the moment, Parahan lead 135 to 117 in the grand final as Kim Smith, a drop punt kick, puts the ball in towards goal. A pretty straight sort of a kick. And he's put it through for his 7th goal. And Parahan wrapped the grand final up if they hadn't had it wrapped up before. Kim Smith, a focal point in attack all day for the Parahan side. And there's his immediate opponent, Walsh, who's tried particularly hard, but Kim Smith, a very experienced full forward, 7 goals to his name, and Parahan, with only a few minutes to go, premiers for 1978. Play underway again. Martin versus Pepe. Martin tries to pick it up off the ground. Coming through hard was Marshall. Play very scrambly at the moment. Players going in hard. And the free kick will go to Harold Martin. Martin gets a hand pass going to Marks. Marks pulled around the neck and will get the free kick. Marks on the half-forward line, putting the ball into an attacking position. Gonzalez is up. Yes, he's going to be paid the mark. Bruce Gonzalez, the big giant full forward for the Preston side, after a very good mark. A chance to score a goal from pretty well directly in front. He's already kicked 3 goals, and there's his kick. Oh, he's missed it. A bad miss. And Preston, I think, sensing that they're a beaten side, and everything going against them at the moment, including that very poor kick by Gonzalez. Gonzalez has kicked 3 goals, 5 for the match. Time check in the last quarter, 28 minutes gone.
If you can't, it's got to go up. It's a draw.
Waiting for Kerry Foley.
What have you got now? Well, it's a draw.
To take his kick. I think Foley must have gone over the line with his kick. Yes, he's kicked over the line, and Kerry Foley will kick again. Rather, not kick again. The ball will be bounced up right on the goal line. And Preston with the ball right near their goals at the moment, but Parahan have got the game well and truly sewn up, and there's the ball punched away by Foley again, and it's gone out of bounds. Now it's gone through for 1 point. Another point to Preston. They're 119 to Parahan 141, and Parahan with the grand final well and truly wrapped up. Philip Gibbs.
Yes, Don, I was just looking at the Brian Sleeman Ford pick the points, and until that stage, until that point went through, it was a draw between Mrs. E. Eagles and Mrs. Burke, but it looks as though Mrs. Eagles now will win it on 265. 260 have been kicked. Here goes the kick around the boundary line, and it comes through towards Austin. Austin now tried to get the hand pass in, but Preston trying to get it back into attack, this time through McConnell. McConnell now from the centre, roosted up towards centre forward, but again we have the mark being taken down here by Foley in defence. Coming up to final siren time. And here's the kick coming in towards the centre of the ground now. Taking it away here is Towan by the look of it, wasn't it? Gets it down towards Marshall, and Marshall to centre half forward, where it's Gonzalez to take the mark. Gonzalez a long way out from goal. He goes for his long kick now. Plays it up towards the centre forward zone, off the hands of the players, and it's Foley who picks it up to play it towards the half-back line. Foley gets it out in front of the stands. Players race across, and it's Pepe who gets it. Pepe doesn't mind. He got grabbed, we're not in possession, and I think the umpire's given him the free kick. Right, let's look at our best player award. Fred Cook.
I think McGuinness has been the best player on the ground today. He's probably one of the few players who've been consistent. He's had 19 kicks. He's had taken 6 marks, and he's put in over the whole 4 quarters. So for my vote, I go for McGuinness as the best player in the 1978 Grand Final.
Okay, Fred, so there we are. Ian McGuinness. Ian McGuinness wins a pair of Puma boots and also the bag, and not forgetting the silver pickups, and that's the final score. So that's it for the end of the game. And we have Parahan, the 1978 Grand Finalists, and the Premiers, the 78. And look at the crowd going wild here. 21-15. 141 to 17-17. A total of 119. Now, Eddie Mealy is in the rooms with a camera, and we'll be taking you into Eddie just as soon as we can. Mick Irwin being cheered by the crowd here as they race out onto the ground. And a great win by the Parahan team. What a magnificent effort, Don.
Yes, it was, Phil. It was a great effort by Parahan, and I think they won it with a great third quarter effort when they really poured the goals on, and they certainly deserved to win.
Fred Cook, great game.
It was a great game of football here today. Parahan deserved to win. They put in for 4 quarters, as did McGuinness, their best player. It's a tribute to Mickey Irwin for the effort he's put in this year. He took a side that were down last year, and he worked through it. He took a chance, I thought, with players such as Kekovic and Perrine, and he's moulded into a top combination, and well done, Parahan.
Righto, thank you very much, Ted. And a tick will be going into the Parahan dressing room, but the players can't get off the ground out here at the moment.
Well, in the Preston rooms, they're not a very happy group here, naturally, because they failed by 22 points in the 1978 Grand Final. Harold Martin just had a talk to his players, and he congratulated them really on the way they fought it out, even though they were beaten on the day. But let's move across to Harold. He's sitting down with his players, and we'll have a talk, have a few words with Harold. A little bit disappointed, but I'm certain he'll speak with us. Harold. Well, Harold, a bit disappointed?
Oh, I think that's a bit of an understatement, Ted. You know, I'm really disappointed. Our blokes fought their hearts out all day. We had a lot of players who were down, but, you know, I give credit to Parahan, but I was pretty disappointed with a few umpiring. You know, that's the worst thing to say, you know. I'm not blaming the umpire, but I was a little bit disappointed in the third quarter. They had their share in front of goals, and let a lot go, but they're a better side on the day one. So congratulations to Parahan.
After a bit of a dust-up in the third quarter, Parahan seemed to recover much quicker, and I think they put on something like 4 or 5 goals in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think after the second dust-up, we recovered a bit quicker too. But again, you know, they happened in finals. That was where I was a little bit disappointed in. Reported, I don't know what the reports were, but you know, I think they were pretty, you know, at a critical stage, and sure, they might have recovered a little bit quicker, but, you know, it's about all I want to say, Ted.
Well, I'm afraid we'll have to leave you there, Ted, as we take you over now to the Parahan rooms and to Eddie Mealy.
Great grand final and more great footy memories in just a moment. But let's update scores for you from the MCG, where the Western Bulldogs won the toss. And there have been no changes to the teams, as we see Liberatore's Payne on Jarman, Kretiak on Modra, Grant on Caven, Croft on Jamison. The Bulldogs 1 goal, 1-7, and Cook has booted that 1 goal. Adelaide with 3 behinds for 3.